हेलो फ्रेंड्स, दिस इज सुरेश, SME इन ऑटोमोटिव इंजीनियरिंग। हाउ आर यू फ्रेंड्स? आज हम लोग डिस्कस करेंगे दो क्वेश्चंस केम फ्रॉम द व्यूअर्स। व्हाट इज PDCA? व्हाई वाज इट शोन? सो if you remember my last video, I asked this question. Correct answer given by Arun Raj. It was PDCA. So why PDCA cycle I have chosen to put in all my design videos. So I will explain today. PDCA, everyone might remember, PDCA is Plan, Do, Check, Act. So what is the reason I kept here? So before going to that, let's see who created this PDCA cycle. Yes, it was Walter A. Shewhart. He was known as father of SQC, and he only created the Shewhart cycle, that is PDCA. But this PDCA cycle broadly demonstrated by Edward Deming. Hence, some people used to say this is Deming cycle also. So Deming was working with Shewhart in Western Electric Company. At that time he was inspired and he learned many things from Shewhart. Hence Deming was using the techniques when he has an opportunity to work at Japan after the Second World War. So again, PDCA, Plan, Do, Check, Act, or this can be rephrased by Plan, Do, Study and Act. So let's see what is PDCA. Plan, identify what can be improved and what change is needed. Then do, implement the design change. Whatever idea comes out, we have to implement in the design change. Then study or check, measure and analyze the process or outcome. Whatever the process running in manufacturing, after die manufacturing, during production or during tryouts, we have to measure and analyze the process, and we have to review completely the outcome, what further we can improve. Then act. Act is nothing but if the results are not as hoped for, then we have to work on the improvement. The purpose of keeping the PDCA cycle is nobody can make a perfect die design or die manufacturing or die maintenance. Always there will be a situation which will say that yesterday is better than today and tomorrow may be better than today. That is, every day we think that what can be improved from the current state. Similarly, designer also, he cannot do design at one shot the perfect design where it will not have any issue in the die manufacturing and die maintenance during the production. So that was the reason I was keeping the PDCA cycle in all the presentation. This cycle is used to make changes that lead to improvement in a manner of continuous quality improvement, and this is never ending process. So PDCA cycle is never ending process, as you know. Daily basis कुछ ना कुछ अपॉर्चुनिटी अपने हाथ में आता है और हम लोग उसको यूज़ करके एनालाइज करके हम लोग इम्प्रूवमेंट करते हैं. सो दिस इज़ द कंटिन्यूस इम्प्रूवमेंट PDCA cycle. When we are here, we face some issues and we do correction, and then we move towards upside, and then again we see we sustain some time, and then we see some opportunity we can take, then we take some action, then we take further up. This is how quality improvement, productivity improvement, everything comes in the PDCA continuous improvement process. Next question, what skills are required for die designing, die manufacturing and die maintenance, and what are the institute offered in India? So this was also frequently asked by the viewers. For die designing, the skills required is diploma or degree in tool design or tool and die making. There can be a diploma or degree in mechanical who has working experience in tool design industries. They can also become a designer. Then the platform, they have to learn the AutoCAD, UG, CATIA and SolidWorks and different softwares which are required for tool designing. If any person wanted to become manufacturing. One more quality required, like for designer AutoCAD, UG, CATIA, SolidWorks, like that. For manufacturing people, they need conventional or non-conventional machine operating skills and fitter trade skills. So this is additional skill required for the die manufacturing profile. When it comes to die maintenance, the important comes here, welder trade skill, because the die maintenance basically repairing job. We cannot afford to manufacture the die every time new, and the lead time also will not allow for the production cycles. So die maintenance skill set required, fitter trade skill along with the welder trade skill. Next, die design. Die designer required the software knowledge, and die manufacturing required with the same degree along with the fitter trade skill, and die maintenance required in addition to the fitter welder skill. Here I want to emphasize, to become master in die design or die manufacturing or die maintenance, a person who has to have all these three knowledge. Friends, आप लोग इधर थोड़ा ध्यान दे दिए. A die designer who don't have die manufacturing experience or the thought process about die maintenance, the dies whatever he is designing, that may be best for him, but it may get difficulty in die manufacturing or during die maintenance. Hence, die designer should always have some experience or the interaction with die manufacturing and die maintenance people. See, vice versa, die manufacturing person need to think about the die designer point of view, what is the design where we need of improvement, and he has to also think when die maintenance person working in the die, what difficulty he will face during the die maintenance, and how to avoid or how to ensure the best dies manufactured for the best maintenance. Similarly, die maintenance person always he has to think, instead of keep changing the die or removing the parts from the die, he has to think on the die designer point of view, why the part something was designed by the die designer and why that manufacturer did the manufacturing, without changing big design change. Or the die maintenance person need to always think about the die designer point of view, and he has to understand 100% to get the real crux of the design importance, and then doing the modification definitely will help for the longer die life. And I want to repeat, in these three profile, the basic qualification remain same. It may be a diploma or degree in tool design, tool and die making or mechanical engineering, but when it comes to the real time activity, all these people need to have the basic experience or knowledge or strong interactions. Hence, I encourage my viewers, if they are in design or if they are in manufacturing or if they are in maintenance, please interact each other and try to build your knowledge and skills by sharing and learning from each other. Will definitely make better designer or better manufacturer or better maintenance man, and that will really make the journey towards perfection in our roles. Next, institutes in India. There are 96 institutes I have found in this website, engineering.career360.com. And if I see from state wise, Karnataka is the number one, 31 institutes, and Tamil Nadu number 2, 24 institutes, and Kerala, Punjab 77, and Jharkhand 3, UP 3, and remaining were lesser numbers. And if you see the degree, it starts from diploma 88 and MEM Tech 6, BE BTech 3, postgraduate in design and engineering 1, PhD 1, and bachelor vocational course 1, and there is one MS also. Then how is the institute's ownership? There are 48 public or government institutes, I can say government aided institutes, and purely 100% private institutes are 46. Next, if we go through the fees, there are many institutes which are having less than even 10,000 also, where the institute is from government and government aided, and from private it goes up to 5 lakhs. You can share this information for the aspiring students, or if you wanted to refer your friends or your family members, you can go through the website and then you can understand better. And one more thing, in this all list, the pioneer in tool and die making NTTF is not there. I want to emphasize here, and NTTF is one of the greatest institute for tool and die making, tool designing. That's all for today's friends. Thanks for watching, and if you like this video, please click the like button. I request everyone to do the comment, and if you still not subscribe, please subscribe. Bye bye.